Let's talk about audio. If you're looking to add audio to your content and looking for stock audio clips, we now have that in FrameWrx. Please remember, if you're wanting to add your own audio, you can view our video about audio. Let's begin by choosing a template. Now, if your display, like a message center, does not have audio, you can still use this feature for creating social media pieces. I'm going to use this template right here, and I'm going to say choose custom size. Now, this is going to be your size for your display, your zone, or social media piece. Please remember, this first drop down will need to be video to include audio and animation. Then I'm going to go to custom size, and I'm going to put in my width and height that I want to use and click on select and continue. As this loads, you're going to see a menu on the left-hand side. What we're going to get to is SOUNDSTRIPE. That is going to be listed under media, and you're going to see images, video, and audio, and we're going to go right to SOUNDSTRIPE. You'll see there is many audio clips here. You can search for them in the search bar. You can say vocals only, and that will only pull up clips with vocals. And then you can filter by the mood, characteristic, or genre. I'm going to go down to mood and go to happy. And then I can preview this by clicking on it. And I just previewed a few seconds. I have already listened to this prior, so I know what I'm going to add here. And you have two options: add to scene or add as global. So remember too that you only get 15 seconds to export for your animation. So in this, when we choose this, we're going to show you how to trim this sound down. So if I click on add to scene, that's going to add it to the scene that you are on. If you have multiple scenes and you want to add it so it goes through every scene, that's when you would pick add as global. Today I'm going to use add to scene, and a window will pop up. So this is going to ask if you want to trim audio. So you can expand. That's going to expand your whole scene to that length. Now remember, you still only get that first 15 seconds. So we probably don't want to do that in this situation. Then we have trim. That's where we can trim the audio clip down. And then we have fade out. So we have, this is where you can add the clip in there and it will fade out to the end. Again, this would expand it. So we really want to go to trim. Now, if you do choose these options, there is ways to trim this afterwards, which we'll show you. So I'm going to go to trim, and I can again preview where I want this. And then I can also move where the bar is and anything like that. And then where these arrows are, I can adjust where I want my clip. Now, I know I want the first 10 seconds. You guys may be choosing a different section. To do that, you just kind of move this as you want. So again, like I said, I'm using the first 10 seconds. And since I have that bar there, move that back. And you'll see it says audio duration. And I'm going to get it to right under 10 or 10 of 10. And so once you're done trimming that, you'll hit save. And you're going to have a menu over to the right. Now, because I clicked add to scene, it's going to show up under current scene. If I put it to global, it's going to show up under global. So again, you can preview this sound here. You can adjust the volume. You can have it start at a certain point. You can come back in and use the little scissor icon to trim it. You can adjust. So if you wanted to do a different part, you could. You can play it again in here. But if you make changes, make sure to hit save. And then you have the options for fade in and fade out. Now you can do one, both, none. That is up to you. I'm going to use both. So now that I have all my settings here, I can come and preview this right at the bottom. And you'll notice it faded in and faded out. Now, a few other options here. If you click on these three dots, you can replace with upload. That means you can upload a file, an audio file from your computer. Replace from import. If I click on that, it's going to let me go back to SoundStripe and replace and filter and search for a different audio clip. But you can also select a brand. So if you select your brand that you have set up, and if you have an audio library like I do set up here, you could pick from there too. The other options under here are renaming the audio clip, deleting it, and then another way is to get to trim audio is through this menu. So if we go to scenes here, you'll notice that on the scene, there's going to be a little music note icon. That's going to just indicate that there's audio on this scene. Enjoy adding SoundStrip audio clips.